Sorry, knock at the door, just had to speak to somebody. Okay, carrying on then. So from an attack alarm which has your GPS location, etc. stored, so at the moment where you have an attack, someone can actually find you very easily and very quickly. Another item that struck me was the fact that a lot of watches now have sound and they have taptic, some sort of vibration type feedback. People still fall asleep at the wheel when they're driving, and obviously it's a very, very dangerous thing. But what people should do, obviously, is just stop driving when they're tired. But people aren't going to do that. So if you had an app on your watch, it's measuring your heart rate all the time. And as your heart rate starts to slow, because you're slowly getting slower, and you might do the jerky movement as you wake up, and obviously it's got accelerometers built into the watch. It can see that you're doing jerky movement as well. It knows you're too tired, and either it tells you need to have a rest now, or it starts doing things like playing loud siren noises or vibrating on your wrists strongly and things like that, so that as you are driving, you're being alerted that you are falling asleep, you need to wake up, or you need to stop and you need to rest. I think that would be a really useful thing to stop accidents, etc. Cinema subtitles was another one. So I'm looking down at a list I've got written down here. I started writing it into the form of a book, and then I thought, no, I'm going to do it as a video. It's much quicker. There are people, obviously, who are partial hearing, and sometimes you have special cinema viewings where you have subtitles which appear along the bottom of the screen for people who are partially hearing, or you have someone that does sign language on the side of the screen, so as the film or the stage show production, if it's a theatre, that someone can actually sign with their hands while you're watching the show. I've actually been to a theatre production where there were huge big yellow billboards, and the script was being scrolled along these billboards constantly for people who are hard of hearing. Now, it'd be even more convenient if it was actually on their wrist, because they can just glance down and glance back up again, glance down, glance back up again, to carry on knowing what's going on without having to constantly glance up or ruin the experience for people who don't like those sort of things. Actually, for me, I've got an autistic child who loves the idea of subtitles and would love every film just to have constant subtitles, every cinema visit to have constant subtitles, and every theatre visit to have subtitles. So for him, having a watch which actually had the subtitles on meant that he would actually really enjoy it, and he'd also be able to have what he wants but without affecting other people. I think those are the sort of main things that I can see just off the top of my head that a wearable can do better than, say, having a phone or something similar to that. It's more discreet, it's less conspicuous, especially in an environment like a cinema. And maybe you might even have it so that if you speak a different language to the language that's being spoken in the theatre or the cinema, you can actually set up subtitles automatically based on your location to say, I want the subtitles in my language rather than the language that's being spoken, so you can actually follow along, which would be great for people learning new languages as well. I've got other thoughts as well, but I'm going to leave it there for now, and I shall do another one of these videos very shortly. See you soon.